My name's Derek Chan. In Cantonese, it's陳嘉昊. I was born and raised in Hong Kong. I lived there until I was about 17 years old, and then spent 2 years in Europe finishing high school. After that, I moved to what's colonially known as Vancouver to study theater, and now I work in theater. I'm a playwright, director, translator, sometimes performer. I'm also co-artistic director of Rice and Beans Theater. Yellow Objects is my way of contributing to the pro-democracy movement that started, well, whenever, but like 2019 was the inciting incident for me, at least, being half a world away, feeling so helpless. I wanted to do something from my home. I wanted to use my training, use my resources here as an artist, as a storyteller, to connect with the audience in an emotional way, so that hopefully that can spur them on to learning more about the truth, maybe even reflecting on, is there anything they can do? Is there anything that our government here is or isn't doing? And we're kind of trying to find this line kind of between, we want to get media coverage, we want the story out, and we want people to come, but then what happens when we get too much unwanted attention, and then how do we deal with that when or if that happens? So yeah, it is partly to protect people on the team, and also, yes, there was some concern about media manipulation of the story, and then also maybe attracting unwanted, or rather attracting disruptive audience members. Say, we have talked at length within the company and also with the presenter about what to do on and off the internet should anything happen. The risk, obviously, looking at the big picture, understanding my place in this world, we're not a main target by far, right? But it's, as much as I hate to admit, it's the just in case. It's the we don't know if that we're watching out for, and that really bothers me day to day. Just even dozens of collaborators, right, have to work anonymously, and even we'll have to worry about quote unquote counter protests, things like that. It's just, it's a little sad sometimes to think that we as in people, we're kind of at this point of having differences, but I guess human beings have had differences since the beginning of time. So yeah, it does. I mean, definitely there's this really strong sense of filial piety that still lives within me and my peers. Like recently I was co-writing another play, a play for younger audience with another peer of mine, also from Hong Kong, and there were a few other collaborators from Hong Kong and one from Taiwan as well, and like once the idea of filial piety came up in the room, we were like, oh God, we are all still suffering through this. So that definitely had a very lasting effect on me, even sometimes the way I still do things. Or approach situations, approach people as well, and sometimes there's value in that, but oftentimes I kind of look back at certain interactions that I had and go, Derek, why? Like you didn't have to like be this way, you know. Then you mentioned like a generational component, so to speak, of this issue, and it is quite strange. I do find it difficult to talk to my parents about what's been going on in Hong Kong and my work, especially these days, which is so strange. Because one of my first memories was being 3 and my dad took me to Victoria Park in Hong Kong for the Tiananmen Square protest back in '89. I guess there are also other family relationships that I had to consider when I talk to them about these things. Some of my peers, kind of those who are from roughly like Hong Kong Chinese culture, often do have a hard time talking to their parents about things that are on a deeper level, even like on an emotional level too. From when we were kids, or at least even from when I was a kid, I was told to, when don't speak up, just listen to your teachers, your elders, your government, be a good kid, don't make any trouble. And that's something that is changing as we can see, but we need to learn to speak up. Oh dear. We need to learn to fight for what we believe in, and we need to keep doing that. Keep that kind of spirit alive, even in the coming generations. And I think Hong Kong and Taiwan, like you were saying, that we're kind of taking turns in supporting each other. It's like we're siblings almost, kind of on this journey together, kind of on this hike almost. When one trips over and falls down, the other picks the other up and dust them and go, okay, let's go, let's keep going. We're almost there. We're almost at the top. Encouraging each other, trying to protect each other from the elements and from wild animals and whatnot. But getting a common ground, finding common ground to come to an understanding. I think in this moment in time, my fear is about those who are too far into their ideals and those who are unwilling to have a dialogue. That is probably what I worry the most, but an actual honest civil dialogue, I think it's important. The current state of diversity and racial tensions in Vancouver and also Canada in general, I think we still need to do more work, and it's everybody. We still have to put in our work. And as for Vancouver being the most anti-Asian city, another unfortunate truth, I think the stress of the pandemic has brought out a lot of ugly things in people, and it is as if we've almost forgotten how to be around each other, how to see each other as human beings and not a potential source of sickness, danger. And I don't know, depending on the day, if I wake up and have a good day, I think there's hope. I think we can repair this, and hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later. And then some days, when you hear things on the street or when you hear about these incidences from your friends, it's really hard to say that it doesn't get to you. Even just I don't even know why, one time my immediate response was, you know what, I'm used to it. I mean, I'm not even 35. I shouldn't say, like, I shouldn't be used to any of this, right? I shouldn't even say that, like, I shouldn't even try to brush it off. Through my art, through my writing, it is very specific about my identity, my experience sometimes, and my relationship with home, and also my relationship with the English and Cantonese languages. And hopefully through being specific about that, the audience will be able to pick that up and maybe find something in there that they can resonate with. It doesn't have to be, Cantonese, could be any other language, right? It could be Ukrainian, could be Polish, could be Swahili or something, That's what's important. And also it is important, say, for me to tell the story the way that I do, in the sense that to claim some space, to that and kind of declare almost that our stories are valid, our stories are important, and through that, again, we'll loop back to making an actual emotional human connection. Thank you.